If you've been sitting on the fence thinking about getting a rebounder, today I'm going to share exactly how rebounding has become one of my favorite parts of my fitness routine. That's coming up next. Welcome in, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. I am so excited about today's video, and I've been thinking about it for a long time. Today I'm going to be sharing how I went from thinking rebounding was really stupid to absolutely loving it. I'm also going to talk about how I picked the rebounder that I'm using and exactly how I started my exercise routine and where it's at now with rebounding. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by for this one. I hope you'll consider subscribing while you're here and make sure you click that notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. I have to be honest and tell you that when rebounding first came out, and gosh, I think it's been 30 or 40 years now, I thought it was really stupid. I did. I was much more into hiking and kayaking and more outdoorsy stuff, and I thought bouncing up and down on a little mini trampoline, that just doesn't seem like it's gonna do much. And oh my gosh, do I feel differently about it today. I first got interested in looking at rebounders for my lymph system. I wanted something that would stimulate my lymph glands and really get the fluid moving through my body. As you know, our lymph system runs throughout our body, and it really does manage a lot of the waste products and nutrients that go throughout our system. The thing with our lymph system is that it doesn't have a pump. It actually has to be stimulated through movement in order for those lymph glands to keep moving and to clean everything out. And I thought, you know what? If I got a little mini trampoline in my house, I could jump on that and keep my lymph system moving along very effectively. And it has done that. But oh my gosh, rebounding does so much more, and I have become such a convert. So I have gone from thinking that it was ridiculous and stupid to being just one of my favorite exercises. If you haven't researched rebounding, let me tell you what it can do for you. And all of this has happened for me. First of all, it really does improve your balance because you're jumping up and down every single day, and your body is really getting used to keeping yourself straight and in the middle of that trampoline. It strengthens the muscles not only in your legs, but in your abdomen, in your back, almost entirely through your whole body. And I do know that since I started bouncing on my rebounder, my legs look a lot more toned, my abs are a lot more fit, and I just feel a greater sense of strength overall. I love it so much. It helps to improve your posture, and the increase in energy that I've experienced as I started rebounding is really significant. One of the things I love about rebounding is how convenient it is. It truly is something you can just stick in the corner of your house somewhere. I have mine in my filming studio, and I simply bounce on it every day for a little bit of time. I'll tell you my exact routine in a few minutes, and it has made such a big improvement in my health. However, I think the biggest plus for having a rebounder is what it does for your lymphatic system. Bouncing up and down on that rebounder really helps stimulate the lymphatic flow of your body and can really decrease puffiness, help with joint flexibility. It just helps your body function more efficiently overall. Once I decided that I wanted to include a rebounder in my fitness routine, then I started looking around for them. If you own a rebounder or if you've looked into rebounders, you'll know that there are a couple of brands that really stand out, and the one that really is most well known is Bellicon. Bellicon does a beautiful rebounder. They have an excellent reputation, and they're very expensive. I actually looked at the Bellicon rebounder, and then I thought, you know what? I'm going to poke around and see if I can find something that is the same technology as the Bellicon, but perhaps a little bit more affordable. I actually did a ton of research on rebounders, not only for the benefits of your health, but which rebounders really hold up and are going to stand the test of time and be the type of rebounder that you want to keep and use. One thing I can say is don't get a cheap rebounder for some very good reasons. It's really not safe. And why I'm saying that is because if you get a rebounder that doesn't have a stable trampoline bed, you really can injure yourself, because if it's going to cave in and not provide you with adequate support for your bouncing, you can twist an ankle, you can fall off, you can have some type of injury that you don't want. So I really wouldn't recommend that you go on to someplace like Amazon and buy one of the cheap rebounders. I don't think they're a good investment, and I think that they probably can be a little bit dangerous. Getting a good rebounder that's going to support you and that's going to last and provide the type of trampoline experience that you need really takes some research. And fortunately for me, I found a company that has a rebounder that I just love. I actually bought my rebounder about, I think it's 8 or 9 months ago, and I have been using it super regularly ever since. The company that I purchased my rebounder from is called Leaps and Rebounds, and I was so glad to find them. They put together a really quality rebounder, and I know this from my personal experience because I've used mine almost every day for the last 8 or 9 months. It still performs like brand new. The Leaps and Rebounds rebounder comes with the bungee cords, which I have gathered from my research you really want. The ones with the springs I think can just malfunction a little bit easier and in my opinion aren't quite as safe. The Leaps and Rebounds rebounder that I have has worked excellent. It got shipped to me in a very timely manner. You do need to put it together, but it was super easy. It maybe took me 25 or 30 minutes, and it really is just a matter of screwing in the legs and attaching the bungee cords. It was super easy. The difference in the price point between the Leaps and Rebounds and the Bellicon is pretty significant. The Bellicon starts at $5.99 for a rebounder that's already put together and $4.99 for one that they will ship to you and you put it together like you do the Leaps and Rebounds. The Leaps and Rebounds rebounder starts at $200 for the smaller model and I think goes up to $220 for the larger model. The smaller model is a 40-inch. I have the 48-inch. I went ahead and got the larger one because I didn't want to feel like I was falling off the rebounder. I wanted to make sure that I had lots of space, so if I wanted to jump around and move around a little bit, I didn't have to be so careful. The nice thing about the Leaps and Rebound model, and most good rebounders come with accessories, is that if you feel like your balance is going to be an issue and you want to make sure you don't fall off the rebounder, you can order a stabilization bar that you can put on your rebounder until you feel comfortable, and then you can go ahead and take that off if you feel like your balance is back into shape and you can bounce on it without that stabilization bar. What I have found is that the fitness improvement I've experienced is just profound. I am so surprised and so stunned. As I mentioned, when I first heard about rebounding, I thought it was really stupid. And when I got my rebounder and I put it all together and I started jumping up and down on it, oh my gosh, was I so surprised. I had not jumped on a trampoline probably since high school. So gosh, that's been quite a number of years, close to like 50 years since I had been on a trampoline. And I was so stunned at how out of shape I was for the muscles that you needed to use for a rebounder. I jumped up and down on that thing the first time and I thought, oh my, everything from the muscles in your legs to your abs to the muscles in your back to everything engages when you bounce up and down on that rebounder, and I was so shocked at how difficult it was. In a way, it was kind of a thrill for me because it showed me that I was going to be able to increase my fitness level by doing this much more than I had anticipated. I initially thought that it was really only going to impact my lymphatic system and hopefully make my face and body look a lot less puffy. Well, I have been absolutely thrilled with the results from the rebounder. It has done so much to tighten and firm the muscles in my legs, tone my abs, strengthen my back, improve my balance, increase my energy level. It really has been such a thrill for me to find something that does all of this for 10 minutes a day. I'm not kidding you. I now bounce on this for 10 minutes a day and it does all of that for me. It is so convenient and so quick and so effective. I can highly recommend this as an exercise, particularly for us more mature women. When I first got my rebounder, I thought, oh, I'm going to rip into this and be doing 20 minutes a day in no time. And you know what? That absolutely was not the case. I consider myself fairly fit for a 65-year-old woman. I walk, I hike, I kayak. I thought this is going to be easy. Oh my gosh, nothing could be further from the truth. I was so surprised at how difficult it was, but I stuck with it, and it really has made quite an improvement in all areas of my fitness. Here's what I can share about getting started with a rebounder if you haven't used one before. When it first came in and I got on it, I really had to adjust my expectations of what I was going to be capable of. The way that I started my rebounding program was in very small increments because that's really all I could do. I started with 30 seconds. I'm not kidding you, 30 seconds. And I would go into my studio and bounce on my rebounder for 30 seconds several times a day. That really was all I could comfortably do, and I didn't want to make it an awful task that I wouldn't look forward to. I wanted to keep it in small little pieces so that it was something that I would look forward to and be able to continue on in a happy way. Once I got that 30 seconds down several times a day, then I bumped it up to a minute. So in between changing tasks around the house, you guys know I work out of my house. If I was going from cooking something in the kitchen to doing some laundry, I would take 60 seconds, go and bounce on my rebounder, and then move on to the next task. That was how I was easily able to incorporate several rounds on the rebounder throughout the day, with being able to do it very, very easily. Then I worked up to a minute and a half. Then I worked up to 2 minutes at a time, then 3 minutes at a time. And I'll tell you, this took me a span of a few months. So if you get a rebounder, be gentle on yourself. You're going to be able to build up your stamina and your ability on it slowly over time and enjoy it. And I didn't want it to be something that I dreaded or didn't feel good. I wanted to be excited and happy about doing it. And you know what? That's exactly what I have now. I have something that I really look forward to. I appreciate the benefits. I appreciate the increased energy. I just love everything about it. Now I'm about 8 or 9 months down the road on it, and my routine now is 10 minutes a day. I try to get it done earlier in the day, but you know, sometimes my schedule gets in the way. But I do hop on my rebounder for 10 minutes. It took me all those months to work up to 10 minutes straight, and now I'm really, really happy with that as my routine. Not only am I getting the benefits of the strengthening of my legs, my abdomen, my back, and all that improved posture and balance and energy, but it just feels good, and my lymphatic system is in perfect health because I'm jumping on it on a daily basis. If you feel like you want to get started on a rebounder, but you're not sure you can even do the beginning 30 seconds, that's okay. If you just get on the rebounder and barely pick your feet up just so you're barely bouncing, that's going to have a profound impact on your lymphatic system and really help with your lymphatic drainage. So if you feel like that's all you can do to start with, that's absolutely perfect. You'll get tremendous benefit through that drainage of your lymphatic system just by very gently bouncing up and down. You don't even have to leave the trampoline. In addition, if you're super fit or you get to a point where you're super fit, you can adjust your bouncing so that you're really digging into your thighs and engaging those muscles, really digging into your glutes and engaging those muscles, digging into your calves and just improving those calf muscles. You really can adjust the workout to fit whatever needs you have. And on the days that I'm feeling really energetic and really strong, I'll give my legs a tough workout. Then I'll move on to my abs and really clench my abs in, engage those muscles, and pound down hard and give myself a good workout in my core area. I can't say enough about rebounding, and I wish I would have known all of this years ago, but here we are now. What I can tell you about my rebounding experience is that it is all been good. It hasn't necessarily always been easy. It was tough to get started in the beginning. That's why I broke it up into those little tiny sessions so that I could continue to do it, love doing it, and improve my fitness slowly over time. I bought this rebounder, gosh, about 9 months ago, like I said. And what I have done is I have contacted the company, and they were very, very generous and gracious and gave me a discount code for you guys to use if you wanted to get started with a rebounder. I'll go ahead and have that information listed in the description box down below. What I can tell you is that I really did a lot of research on rebounders. The Bellicon is excellent, and if that's in your budget, I think it is an absolutely great purchase. If you would like the same technology as the Bellicon at a much more affordable price, I can really tell you that my Leaps and Rebounders rebounder has been so good, and I am so pleased with the investment. It has held up beautifully, it acts like brand new, and it truly is one of the exercise routines that I look forward to every day. Well, that's my experience with rebounding. I can't say enough about it. It is so good for us, particularly us mature women. It's a great way to get started very slowly and very gradually and really work up to a greater level of fitness. I hope you found this information fun, useful, and helpful. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. And if you're new here, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. If you haven't signed up for my beauty newsletter, make sure you do that. The link is in the description box down below. It's free, and you get all the inside scoop every Sunday morning delivered straight to your email inbox. You guys know I get so tickled when you take a few minutes out of your day to spend it with me. I appreciate that, and I appreciate you. Again, I'm Kimberly. This is Pretty Over 50, where we talk everything makeup, skincare, and style for the over 50 woman. Make it a great day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.